Just want some people to appear. We got 4 viewers. Hello, 4 viewers. Hello, Ratsass. How's it, guys?
Hey, Ratsass.
Hey, Anna Kenny's here too. Nice.
Okay, so we are live on Twitch, right? Just to confirm.
Yes, we are. We are live on Twitch.
Hey, Kenny. Lekker, lekker.
I'm gonna switch that off.
Yeah, I think apologies from my end. Like, if the stream is not stable, if I'm like cutting out, yeah, blame my weaker end.
Blame his weak ass internet. I'm kidding, guys. I think I don't know about you guys, but I got a message. Yeah, I got a message from Vuma on Saturday or Sunday, or sometime last week, but that they're doing maintenance in my area this week, and I know of a few other people who are also having fiber maintenance. I suspect we might have a little bit of fun, so I don't think it's just your fault, Jeff. I think it's just the internet right now. Anyway, I think we got enough people to have a party.
Well, yeah, I'm using Metro Fiber for my service, but yeah, maybe there's a technical. Because I have noticed, like in the past, in a few days, that yeah, sometimes the internet's a bit sluggish. So we'll see. But yeah, like I said, you know, if we have any technical issues and we can't continue, we can just do it on Thursday again or something. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. Yeah, we've got Ratsass, Kenny, Taku, Dean.
No Sleep Shogun.
Ratsass again. And there's Hada Falun. Yeah. Thank you for joining.
And Lindsay. What's up, guys? Cool. So let's do the well, now he's a spinning ring, but let's kick this thing off. It's another Gunpla SA podcast. We were contemplating between doing a stream or a podcast, but you guys have been so hectically busy with work in progress stuff, and we just figured let's showcase you guys first. So yeah, give it 2 seconds, and here's a Wild Jeff. Say hello, Wild Jeff. This is the part where you say hello.
I think my camera's frozen.
It has. He's very.
It's frozen to me. Okay, no, it's not. You're frozen though. But anyway, let's explain the intro.
No, I was sitting still. Say hello, Jeff. Cool.
Hello.
Otherwise, dude.
I think I said hello. Did you guys not hear me?
No.
Yeah.
So
it's been hectic.
It's been a hectic couple of days since the last time we did a podcast. And but it hasn't been negative, it's just been hectic. There's a lot of cool stuff that's been happening. We've been seeing the inspiration channel on the Discord explode. Guys have been really getting into that. It's been pretty cool. And how have you been, Jeff? I mean, I know how you've been, but how are you today?
Yeah. Well, I think like since yesterday, I've been feeling much better. You know, like last few weeks and especially last week was really hectic. You know, as the guys know, we've had that drama with the shipment. But at least like for now, you know, I've done as much as I can, and you know, all the different parties is, you know, it's an official case. They're looking into it. So for now, it's like, you know, trust. You know, it's kind of, you know, I trust the action. But yeah, for now, I'll focus on the next shipment and just prepping for that. But yeah.
And also, sorry,
it's still not, I'm still not feeling the best, but at least, you know, no. But yeah.
Well, something that's very cool. Something that's super cool that happened since the last time we did a podcast. We got our Keep Building Joy Gunpla SA hoodies, which are very cool and very comfy and very snuggly, and we're very happy to report, extremely happy to report that everybody has received theirs, and so far it seems like everybody is happy with them. So that's a good positive thing. That's an exciting thing. And then while we're talking about positive things, I get to carry on working on model kits now, which is making me very happy. Because I I normally am very busy. I have been super extremely busy, and so I haven't even had a chance to touch my model kits. Usually one of the positives to load shedding for me is that when the lights go out, I can't do my job, so I'm forced to do either one of two things, and that's sleep or work on a model kit. And so I've been charging up my light and working on some kit stuff. I've been customizing this little car, which I'll show the BuildForce sometime soon, because it's reasonably safe to do with that kind of lighting. I'm always a little bit scared of doing major sanding and whatever's with like minimal lighting. So that's been exciting. So I get to get back to that project. I've got some other projects that I've got on my table. One of them I want to start with the live stream. Well, when I say one of them, it could be one of 3 kits, so we can see what happens there. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, man, so that's where I'm at the moment. So that's pretty cool. Yo. Anyway, and then also we've had all of this great news about The Witch from Mercury. The Witch from Mercury stuff has just been exploding, and it's been really exciting. And there's actually too much. I feel like we can either dedicate this whole podcast and talk about that, which Jeff and I don't really want to do, mostly because we've got so much cool stuff that the BuildForce has done that we'd rather show that off. And you guys are all pretty much up to date on it, although I'm pretty sure it's going to come into the conversation. So that's kind of a
you know,
cool thing.
especially with Lindsay and yeah, especially with Lindsay. Yeah, she's been very informed with like all these new kits and stuff.
Yeah, Lindsay, you've been like on the ball, eh? Like just dropping in all of them previews and snippets from the internet, and when stuff, if Bandai drops something, Lindsay's there to pick it up and put it on the channel, and that's been really great. Because sometimes, like for me, I've been waking up, doing morning meeting stuff quickly, switching on the switching on all my channels that I check out on, and is filled with all of this like wonderful Witch from Mercury stuff, and it's just madness. And I want all of the kits, so I'm really excited about that anime and those kit designs. I haven't been this excited for a Gundam series designs since, I would say, Iron-Blooded Orphans to a degree, because I was very excited about when that first came out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But actually more than that, Origins. The last time I got really excited about model kit Gundam news was Origins, when they did the Origins series and they're coming up with all those cool DOMs and cool Zaku variants, and and then later on the RX-78 Origins version and but anyway. Yeah.
But this is much more refreshing, I feel, compared to like because Blooded Orphans, I don't know, I feel a lot of their designs start to get a bit predictable because they always share like the same in the frame, so there's only so much they can innovate from that. But
I just I
don't know if I'm seeing the chat saying, Lindsay, hello darkness, my old friend with his camera today. I don't know if my camera's freezing a lot for you guys or something, but
it could also be
from what I'm experiencing from my end, like both my and Paul's both my and Paul's feed is like freezing every now and then, and like your audio like gets jittery, and I don't know if there's a lag, so I hope I'm not talking over each other, but anyway, they just go forward regardless. There's gonna be some like lasting translation, and people just like feel like we're not on the same page. It's like there's a bit of a lag or disconnect.
There's a bit of lag kills, eh? So Lindsay says she thinks it's just your side, dude. Sorry, man. If I can, just quickly on a technical note.
Sorry, like I'm on the Wi-Fi, and I think in the past few days.
I was going to say, on the technical note, if you want to, you can always adjust the stream resolution of your camera. That might make it easier for your internet to handle. So, but
anyway, let's go forward. And the main point of the show is to showcase people's work in the work in progress channel. and I think it's about 2 months worth of stuff. So yeah, Paul, you want to kick things off?
Yeah, let's do this. Let me make this super nice full screen. Yeah, you can see my Discord.
So want to have our face reactions.
Oh, well, I figured because you keep like cutting out, maybe we don't. I'm joking. Like,
I don't know. I just feel like it'd be nice to see some of our reactions, I suppose.
you'll never believe what
maybe I'll
this
be
person
freezing
did
on, like,
with a shipping pallet and a Gundam knife. Yeah. Well, let me leave it up on here. This is Lucky 13 Minis. He's built himself themselves. They built themselves a Revive RX-78. I mean, not Revive, Beyond Global RX-78. And it's saying hello. Hello, Beyond Global.
He said this was his first Gunpla. So yeah, welcome
this is their first
to the world of Gunpla.
Yay, and it's a cool kit, guys. Like, if you guys missed out on this, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you missed on this. I love the proportions.
I know No Sleep Shogun has also built this kit. Yeah.
And so
modernized look to RX-78 too.
Yeah, and it's also got a very like kind of hourglassy proportion, or it's got like a bit of an hourglass feel in its design, which I like. It makes it seem more agile, more slim, because RX-78 can be quite a boxy design. We also got this really cool, well, Spoop Lord is flexing by showing off their Pokemon kits. So, and they got cool stuff. Cool monitor, by the way.
Catch them all.
Spoop Lord. Yeah. And then as we go down, Loud Lungs with
and then first of all, we're probably not going to catch up on all we're probably not going to catch up on all the activities in WIP. We probably just do like until 10:30, so like, you know, in an hour
or sooner.
Otherwise you're going to be here for quite a long time.
Yeah. So we're going to cap ourselves after about an hour or so. So yeah. But let's look at all the good stuff. Let's not waste too much more time. So this is Loud Lungs, hot off from his stream, and so when he was part of the Barbie gang. Barbie gang is still strong. It's just the Barbies. We need more Barbies. Dean, I love your table. It's so neat. Yeah, you got Kiroro watching over you. Does it? I'm curious to ask, Dean. Does that Kiroro still? I love that thing. That was my avatar in the shop. But it does this creepy thing if you leave it next to the credit card.
I mean, the way the eyes is peering through the runners is a bit creepy, especially with
No. This Kiroro has a secret feature. If you leave it by a credit card machine and you do a credit card transaction, every now and then it talks randomly, because it's not shielded from the broadcast frequency on the credit card machine. It's pretty cool. I used to love that. I used to freak people out. It's like we were haunted at the shop back in the day. But anyway, this is a really, really great desk, and I see that the 00 Quanta is about to happen. Jeff is being himself. Exoria! Yeah, you got Alphasomon. Nice. Yeah, we haven't got that kit here yet. And Exoria is showing off his nub collection.
I think it's Outlet or something. I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, it's Hootenanny or whatever that Pokemon's name is. I've just offended all the Pokemon.
Forbidden Sprinkles.
Yes, Forbidden Sprinkles. Yeah, no, like, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, rather let's focus on the Forbidden Sprinkles. Let's get away from Paul hurting the feelings of the Pokemon fans. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, this is the frame from the Quanta from Dean. Jeff, have you bought the Quanta RG?
Noise?
It is Noise. Have you bought the Quanta? No, not yet.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of stuff on this. If I was a bigger 00 fan, I probably... I'm curious. Yeah. I'm curious. I love this. This was cool. Like... it's worth noting, the Quanta has a foil sticker that goes behind the big green bubble. It's probably one of the few times the foil sticker is actually worth something. So, yeah.
Because the double kits have a lot of those clear green parts, so you want to like make a pop, in front of cameras and stuff.
And then and then oh wow, this is Natas adding some wings to a Barbatos. That's very cool. I remember this.
With these he did a kit bash with his RG wing Gundam's wings, onto the MG Barbatos. Oh, kind of nice.
And actually, the on the Barbatos it looks cool.
It's a nice concept, but I think the wings just look a little bit small. But yeah, if you grab the MG wing Gundam's wings, then then you can really pull it off nicely.
Tenro has got himself a Calamity that he's busy with. Yeah, this kit, it's weird. On paper, I don't care for the Calamity. Like,
thumbs up.
Yeah, it's those are cool hands, by the way, that it's got. But I generally don't care about the Calamity. But this RE100 or whatever they call it, full mechanics or whatever they call it for Seed, I actually really like this kit a lot. It's the Raider that made me look at this again. But here's something I've been excited about speaking about, and it's not necessarily Gundam related, but I feel like these skills are transferable. So this is Enrico with his a cockpit with the flight seat. It's got a better name than that, but anyway, the seats from a cockpit, and he has actually done a lot of the scratch building here himself. So like the seat belts here, or the straps, should I say, are done by him by hand. I think he did use.
I think he mentioned in text there he uses Sweet's wrapper.
Yeah, Sweet wrappers. Yeah. So, and yeah, you guys can get a fairly good idea of what it looked like before all of the scratch, or while the scratch building is happening, and that's actually really, really cool stuff. And just to give you guys an idea, I mean, if you look at this cutting mat, and you have a cutting mat at home, that cutting mat is 1 by 1 centimeter. So, yeah, so I mean, that's how small those pieces are, and it's fantastic work.
It's tiny, yeah,
really,
it's
really
tiny.
great. And it takes time to get that right, because it's very finicky and it's very irritating, but it's stupidly rewarding when it works out for you. Hey, Lucky 13 finished his first Gunpla kit, or their first Gunpla kit, should I say? Great. You see what I mean about the proportions? It's got a great kind of heroic feel to it. If you look at just even this angle is really nice. It's a well shot angle as well, in my opinion, and I like how it just goes from big to small. But more than that, I just feel like the chest has got that heroic, like, this looks like a job for Japanese robots. Cool.
Yeah, and then thank you for including our sticker in your shot.
Yeah, that makes it great. Like, that's where I put my stickers. And then I just wanted to show off Dean's, the body, the
Dean's
main build.
finished, yeah. Wow,
it's a cool kit.
Yeah, almost finished. Oh yeah, speaking of Dean, he in the chat he says it still talks. I don't know if you want to do that highlight chat thing. Oh, there you go. It still talks. I don't know if it's still credit card machine.
Yeah, it's possible they changed the band, but that used to be one of my favorite things.
Action.
It's cool, man. Like, sometimes it works with cell phones as well. It just depends. It used to. I think they've cut out 3G now. Hey, I don't think there's 3G in the country anymore. Or not 3G. What's the other one? I can't even remember what it was. Doesn't matter. The thing that we had that was 3G before 3G. Yeah. Oh yeah, sweet. I just wanted to check. This is Rico.
Or something. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, this is
it's from Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic, yeah. But I'm trying to remember the name of the. I want to say it's an obelisk, but I don't think it is the obelisk. My brain's gone dead. It's fried. This is a very, very interesting.
Actually, like I don't know the suit, but I've only seen like model kits of it. But I know it's from like a side story, isn't it, or like a movie or something.
I think this is the one from the movie. I saw it such a long time ago, and although I'm a fan of the anime, I didn't geek out on the mechs that much. Mostly because when it was popular, they didn't have any kits of the mech. It was like the dumbest thing. I don't know why they did that. Ooh. Sorry, just I know we're going through this periodically, but there, some weapons. Yeah, Dean, that looks good, buddy. Looks good. Nice.
Cool.
Don't see any nut marks or any silliness. It looks awesome.
I think he also took some like nice. I think he also took some nice photos of like with ring lights later on. I think.
Yes, yeah.
We'll see it later.
So this is cool. This is Frostbite's Proto Wing Zero, which is looking good. The MG.
Nice.
Very cool. This is a great kit, guys. In fact, all of the wing kits are actually very cool kits because essentially the wing kits is a basic system, like a basic frame that gets modified amongst the 5 of them. And so basically if the legs are good on one, then the legs are good on all of them. And yeah, and also like my favorite in that line is, well, my favorites are actually, I haven't got favorites. I like them all. I felt that they were all great. This is this is Master Raimi or Meister. Yeah, or Meister Raimi.
And this kit was the SD Lupin.
The Lupin kit.
Remember.
Yeah. Arsene. Yeah.
Yeah, Arsene. Yeah.
And he's trying out some silver markers there.
I think the X Gundam or the double X Gundam.
Ooh, Exorio's flexing.
Oh,
The
some exclusive kits.
ooh, somebody went to Gundam Base, or got it from Gundam Base, or got it from somebody who got it from Gundam Base.
Is it the Fukuoka? He had a proxy service to get all the exclusive kits from. Is it the Fukuoka new Gundam?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's mostly dead to me because you can't get them.
Based off the new statue.
Ninja Stein.
Yeah, anything that's exclusive or P Bandai, I look at it once, I said, okay, move on. Don't think too much about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's a band-aid. Band-aid. You know, rip it off quickly. Just move along. This is cool.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that
Stein, right?
Yeah. Isn't this face from an I Blooded kit?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's cool.
I can't remember the mobile suit's name, but yeah, that's definitely from IBO.
Yeah, no, there's a point where I just stop caring about the naming on some things. But very nice scratch building and parts modding. This is also from IBO. Looks good. Looks very good. And there he is with his friend.
And then that shoulders also from IBO.
Yeah, that's from the Greys. The Commander Greys. Greys Custom? I can't remember, but
well, it's like an optional parts. I used it for my Greys as well, yeah. And Ninja Stein, hope we get to see your Apache mech, you know. Hope it's not just dropped.
Yeah, we want to see more Apache mech Ninja Steins. Velez, this is a double O, hey?
The last time I saw it, like he primed it. He primed the Apache mech, and then he did some like test the colors, like spoon test, I think. Yeah, hopefully we get to see it painted like soon.
Cool. And then this is this is a double O again, or is it just the? No, it's Exia. Thank you. Sorry.
Exia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Ninja Stein's in the house. Speaking of
hey. No, you're not late. You're just early for 10 o'clock.
Welcome.
That's really, really impressive. Is this?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is Lindsay's paint job.
This is in the US, eh?
Dude, this is killer. Hey, I don't know why I didn't see this before.
Yeah,
maybe
so
I
cool.
did. Yeah, that's beautifully done. Very, very cool.
I love that stand with the wave. Yeah.
Yeah, I dig this race in I think this is, yeah, from Age of Sigmar. There's like this whole aquatic based bunch. This is very cool. I like the water texture here on the base as well. It's very good. Actually, it took me a while to like click that it was actually not the base, that this base wasn't completely pre-constructed, you know. Like, very nice. Very, very cool work, Lindsay. Like, yeah, that's badass. That kicks butt. Veles.
Hello, Daddy. I am now your Gundam. You built me.
What's this? Oh, okay. Cool.
Sorry if I don't comment, like that just means there's a bit of lag with the feed. Sorry. So yeah, Paul, you know, if you see me blanking out or not responding, just keep going.
No worry. I mean, I'm on my second screen looking at all the.
At the moment, for me,
for me,
I'm just seeing a lot of spinners.
I'm checking out.
Yeah, I'm seeing this. Dean's photo with these all the Exia, the Quanta, and the ST Exia.
Yeah, it's Dean's unhealthy Setsuna FCA obsession. Could almost say it's a. Yay! Somebody built the spiky boy.
To I am Gundam.
Shows you how much I missed. Wow, that's what it looks like out of the box. Cool, man. Just so layered. It's just like this kit is just so extra. Actually, I'm looking
you haven't built yours yet, eh?
No, I haven't yet. I'm like, if I'm not going to paint it in the week that I'm building it, or in the following week, I'm not gonna build it. That's just like my rule when it comes to SDs. Otherwise, yeah, they end up in a box, man, and I'm like, I have all these grand plans, and then I never get around to it. So I want to, if I open it, it'll be open to be painted. It's a leg. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, some gold stickers happening. That looks like the Mark II's legs, but yeah, it is. It's the Mark II. Yeah. Wow, Jeff, you and I are bad, hey? I mean, we can look at that and be like, I saw the pistons by the foot. Then you can kind of tell it's the Mark II. Yeah, that's how you know, like, you know, when somebody's too crazy about Gundams or Gunpla, it's like, yeah, you can see one part and identify. We should turn it into like a game. You know, we just zoom in on one part of detail. And, I feel like when we do a meetup, we should turn it into a game. We should like
could be like a bingo or something, like first person to slam the bell, they have to answer it. It's like, you know, if they get it right, they get a bingo whatever block or whatever.
Oh yes, a block. Yes, let's do that. Block. And then here's Luke's Tamotu. So yeah,
Tamotu. Hey.
It's so cool out of the box, eh?
Okay.
Like
if my feet catching up, yeah, there you go. Don't zoom in don't focus on my face.
The finish is really good on this kit out of the box.
Yeah, it's got a nice the armor part has a nice glossy finish, and the interior parts, the inner frame, has a matte finish, so they complement and contrast very well.
Yeah, this and out of the box is just great to have that, because the nice thing is, like, just from a painting point of view, if you want to, I know, like, if you look at the edges here, I know sometimes with molding, those little edges get like a little bit of a bump, it's like kind of does this. Let's see if I can get like a side profile there. You can see where my fingers are, like, kind of gets a bump. So you can like sand, it's not a lot to sand, so you can just quickly sand that off and buff it, and then it's pretty much ready for painting. I mean, I suppose you could go lightly over everything with like 1,000 or 2,000 grit sandpaper if you really want to. But I love it when it's like shiny like that, because it's ready to be painted. It's easy. It's an easy, fun kit. I dig that kind of thing. So Luke showing off his working days.
And even if you don't paint it, it still looks like a nice, companion kit.
Let's see what else is happening. There was a lot of ball love that happened at a stage. Oh, cool. Velez has got his heavy arms. So if you guys want to see what a heavy arms looks like when it steals your money, there you go. That heavy arms kit is really good. I should actually get around to building mine as well. I've been meaning to.
Yeah, Villas has a really creative and fun way of taking like scenarios with you know, with these kids.
And then
It's like, thanks for the $100.
and Lindsay's assaulting some kind of a mogwai here. So like with a 30-minute mission.
Yeah, Lindsay
Dude.
with her first, yeah, with her first kit with the Portanova.
That's what it's called. Thank you, Jeff. I can never remember Seal Nova, Porto Nova, Alto. I remember all the names. I just don't know who they go with. Pixeloga, yeah, I tip my hat off to you. This is really, really great design. Like the parts used here. This is really
you did a
stunning.
little kit bash. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
parts,
And guys, like just I feel like this is important to mention here. These parts here are from the aquatic unit. And although I'm sure there's a bit of detail inside to sort of push the aquatic side of it, let this just be a lesson, like in the sense that don't let a box or the description on the box skew or limit your imagination in a negative way, or to stop you from doing something, because it's so easy for us to see aquatic or something on the box and think, oh, I don't want to get that, it's all water parts. But then you got these really great boosters here, you know what I mean? So like don't let that limit you. You'll be surprised, you know, if you break things a little bit in your head, you break conventions. Oh, I see Velas did a scratch build. That's the box. I can see that's Harley Street, so I can see that that's from the Nexus. So he took the box that it was delivered in and turned it into an organizer. Go you Velas. Nice one, buddy. Nice one. That's great. There we go, guys. That's what it looks like.
Something about, like, you know, yeah, that's all something about becoming a builder. You become really creative and I think the savvy, you know.
Well, you have to be, dude, because if you build Gundam kits, you haven't got money to buy stuff like that. You have to learn to make it. I feel like it's your first kit bashing adventure.
It's either you buy kits or you buy tools.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, even this, I used to do this for a long time before I found cat scratchers. And I almost actually bought a proper one, Mr. Organizer, Mr. Parts Organizer, whatever Mr. Hobby calls it. And I was like really close, and I was like, but Paul, you're going to be buying cardboard, which they're going to put into a cardboard box and send it to you, and you're going to use actual money on this instead of buying plastic. Yeah, there must be a better plan. And yeah, just it ended up, and I ended up doing the same thing as well. So I was like, damn it, get over yourself, just do it properly. Now Velas has got that wing feeling. Cool, let's get through up here a little bit. Ooh, Jeff, I'm gonna showcase your piece here quickly. This is from your stream the other night, or the other night.
I wonder if this is where the part where we, I wonder if this is like the part in the channel where Villas runs into his
dilemma.
How do I put it? Like, not dilemma. He cut. I think we'll see it in this channel where he cut like a part for his wing.
So dilemma then.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Jeff, I've got you here for 2 seconds. You're using a cement in the background. It's Mr. Cement SB Black. Are you enjoying that cement? Do you think it's a goodie? Like,
yeah, I love it. I love it.
I like the smell of that stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have this one?
I do, but the reason I'm asking is because I think the glue is amazing. I think the applicator is terrible. My applicator looks like, the little brush.
Yeah, like, my brush as well. Like, it likes to separate.
It's like,
yeah. So I often like dab back to reshape it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the brush itself, I prefer Tamiya's one. But I think just the performance of the cement, like this Mr. Color's one is really great. I mean, not Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby's one.
Mr. Hobby, yeah. Oh, Mr. Color. Dun dun dun.
You know, it's
What did you do, fellas?
The naming of food is always so confusing because they always like to call it like Mr. Cement. Yeah, Velas, what did you do? Oh no.
Dr. Nenji Steins is like, Paul, please don't go sniffing glue now. It's like, too late. Dude, yeah, shame. And when this happened, I remember this because, I mean, a lot of us jumped in and we were, try this piece of advice. Anyway, eventually, he got a lot of advice from us. And then Nenji Stein was like, let me show you guys my 30-minute mission Gundam crossover. Which is cool, by the way, Nenji Stein. I dig it. He's just like, cool. And then Velas was like,
yeah,
I've repaired it.
I wonder what happened. There's a bit of a lag, so like when, but Velas, I wonder like what happened with this situation, like, because you mentioned like you were looking down at the part and you looked up and you looked down and then you snipped, while you're looking.
The story, as I understand it, is something. Yeah, it is one of those situations. You know what it's like? You're like sitting there and you're like, clippy, 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 clippy. Oh wow, clippy, 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 clippy. Oops. So I think that's kind of what happened. I mean, listen, on live streams, there are a few times when I've like done a watch back, and I've looked at me clipping stuff off, and I'm like, Paul's living on the edge. Spoop Lord. Yay! You finally posed.
I've also done that. Yeah, I noticed I've also been doing that with the streams. Like I'll look up to read the chat and then but I'm still snipping away. Yeah, but so far, like, I haven't made any boo-boos. So yeah, so far so good. Yeah, Spoop Lord.
Yeah, that's a cool pose. Yeah. Cool, let's keep going through. Yeah.
What does it look like? What does it look like? Barbatos is like a pole dancer there, holding the mace like that.
Well, I've got to go to the same place as you go to because I don't see it. I'm just gonna quickly show this piece of Velas. Like the lighting just really makes it look like a video game, like the Gundam game. There's something about this lighting and everything that reminds me of the don't want to call it Build Fighters, Gundam Breaker, the second or third Gundam Breaker.
Okay.
Got this kind of light.
Sorry, you're just gonna have to continue without me because I'm just seeing a loading spinner. So.
Don't worry. I can't hold on. Peppy, no. Anyway, Fox, no.
What is that? What is that blue thing that Space Marines attached to? Is it? It's not a
hand
battery,
grenade.
Is it?
It's a hand grenade. No, I think it could be I don't know, but it says keep out of reach of children, so I imagine it's a hand grenade. Anyway, it's a very creative paint grip, because you need those. Oh, now Dean's done some panel lining. Let me just grab this shot so you can see some of the panel lining coming through on his Quanta. Nice, dude. Very nice. I like the lighting on your desk. It's cool. Exoria showing off them Gundam Raider excitements. This is a rad kit. It's a rad kit.
Rata says it's an old juice bottle from a vape juice.
Oh, okay. Well, you can tell clearly you and I don't vape. Otherwise, we would have recognized that. It's Zegok RG, one of my favorite kits. Zegok boys.
So cute.
So cool. Nice one, loud lungs. And then Donny Boy showing off his madness here. I am so excited about this kit here on the right. I can never remember the name of it from the series, from Bull Divers, but it does mean that we're getting a it means we're gonna get a HG Mark III Gundam and a HG Prometheus at some point. So I'm very excited about the promise of that happening, which is exciting for me. Some more of his collection.
Fingers crossed that it's not going to be a PB release.
Shut your dirty mouth. Wow, Fellas, go you. Like, remember guys, earlier he broke a piece on this and then he still transformed it. That's ballsy. Yeah. And Rico is just just doing his thing, like, hey, I just got this small like cool kit to paint. I'm just gonna like weather it up and make it look cool. Look, I think it's a little Kugelwagen. Yeah, Panzer. Yeah, it's a Panzerfunkwagen. Yeah. And then who's this now? Oh, Ninja Steins. Yeah, more Ninja Steins. I'm calling you Ninja Steins because I just want to help people get it sealed into their head that they need to only respond to message from that account. But yeah, man, I think Ninja is definitely responsible for a lot of the 30-minute mission love on our channel. Not solely responsible, but I think he's definitely planted a seed in a lot of people's minds. And here's Shogun Sama.
Yeah, probably he does quite a bit of kit bashing. Yeah.
What's up, Ant? We were just talking about you, dude. Cool, man. And then yeah, this is Shogun Summer's Beyond Global, and it's looking great. Shogun, let me know in the chats if this was your first kit. I can't remember. I think it is your first kit or one of your first guns.
Yeah, well, it's his first kit was the Ultraman 7.5.
Oh, yes.
And this was his first Gunpla. And now, yeah.
This, I feel like this is a good one.
The RG Freedom, and then now he's building G Barbatorus.
Oh yes, yeah, that Barbatorus is nice, eh? I dig it anyway. I feel like this is a good time to mention this. Unfortunately, the pictures are a bit small, so bear with me. But on the Gundam units specifically, they've got, they've got their V-fin, right? And on the V-fin, there's like a little extra bit that's like normally on it. And I'm sure many of you guys can guess. Actually, no, I'm not sure how many people can guess this. This is why I actually feel it's important to mention this. Firstly, that is a safety feature to stop, firstly, from stopping, kids from cutting, or from a builder from cutting themselves and whatever. This helps Bandai avoid any kind of legalities, I suppose. Because the age restriction on the box, I think, is like 8 years and up or 7 years and up or something on a Gundam kit box. I think. Yeah. So, and then the other thing is, I think it's also...
Yeah, the HG kids, they have a... younger demographic.
So like they do this as a safety thing, and it is kind of like, I don't want to like, I don't want it to be like a gatekeepery thing here, but it has always been one of those symbols of a beginner builder and a more advanced builder, like in the Gunpla communities. And I'm talking about over the last, like, let's say 20 years, where somebody sees what they call V-fin flags or fin flags. It usually means that, like, oh, it's a beginner builder, because aesthetically, you can actually do it. I know that long ago I used to like sort of cut them at a certain angle so that they worked aesthetically as well, because I wasn't always in the mood to like take them off, because I didn't trust my nippers at the time, because it was before I got my first set of good Tamiya nippers. So I understand like why people don't clip these off, but yeah, so just so you guys know, these are safety flags. You can clip them off, you can leave them on. If somebody wants to judge you about them, that's their problem, not yours. You paid money for the kit, you bought the kit, it's your kit. Don't let don't let the gatekeepers get you down.
Public service announcement.
from Gunpla SA, from Mr. Asnable Gunpla SA. Ninjas, dude, look at you. Hey, building, these are those Gundam minis. Man, I want to paint one. They look so good. They're so tiny. Ooh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Hopeful. Yeah. Dude, this really dig this color scheme for this unicorn. Really, really, really like it. Like, really dig it. I'm sure, yeah. So anyway, I'm curious to hear what people think about this. I thought this was a really good one. I see he's got strings of awesomeness happening there. This is these are those bases. Yeah, Loudlung's built one of these bases up now. It looks cool. It's so nice to have
truss bases. Yeah.
The trussing and stuff is really great to have. I also like it for like photography and stuff, you know. And more of Ant's amazing cockpit. Yeah, I hope I don't cut out on the stream halfway through saying that. It could be awkward. Very nice. It's a lot of work, eh? And this stuff's tiny, tiny, tiny. The guys who build paint miniatures will understand this. Here we go. Very good shot. Nice, dude. Very, very nice. Victoria flexing again with these IWSP. Is that a Calamity with the IWSP strike or the what pack is that again? I know it's a Calamity. It's just I can't remember the name of the pack. On that, this is a P band.
It's not showing for me. Yeah, the screen shares are loading for me, so it's
Oh, no worries. It's just Victoria being.
If I'm
awesome.
guessing, you're talking about the P Banda release of the Calamity.
Yes.
I think it's called the AO Calamity.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. And then Aberrant.
Yeah, it's the
Aberrant
AO
with
Calamity.
these. Yeah, with this really cool 3D printed dude from Destiny, and I can never remember the name of it. So sorry. Oh, it's a ghost shell from Destiny. There we go. What else have we got here? Dean is flexing again. I like this shot. It's a bit blurry. Not that I care. But you can see all the good panel lining going on. And the stickers. Yo. There's a lot of good things happening. Still love that Plea 2 Cubile in the background.
I don't know if the internet connection is getting worse for me, but like there's a lot of spinners that I'm seeing at the moment.
Don't worry.
So sorry if I don't react immediately because I'm just looking at your Easy 8 actually with the spinner in front of his face.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna leave it on Shogun Summers RX-78 Beyond Global that he's finished up now, and damn it,
nice.
I must get around to building mine because I've got an Origins build. No, was it on the last podcast?
In the backlog.
Yeah, exactly. So but what's nice is I've got streaming now.
What you talking about the last podcast?
I was gonna say in the last podcast, I think it was the last podcast or the last stream that I mentioned what I want to do is I want to do the stream for an hour. You know, build up XYZ kit, whether it be the Destiny or the Heavy Arms, whatever's. We'll let the BuildForce decide next week, and then have like 20 minutes where I take a kit that I'm busy with, that's in progress, that I'm painting up or doing some mods to or something, and just like focus in on that a little bit as well. And I think one of the kits that I definitely want to do that with, firstly, is the Reiki, because there's like some stuff on the Reiki I want to do. Some mods, and then I've got that Origins RX-78, which is dying for a paint job. And I think I'd like to get some community input on some ideas there. I'd like to see what they think.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Involved.
To make
BuildForce,
interactive as well.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the thing. Dude, this is a cool shot. Sorry, Jeff. I don't mean to be like stroking your ego here, but this is a very cool shot. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Nice depth of field.
Thank you.
Yo.
It's coming for ya.
It's coming for you. All you pretty kids in your pumped up.
You're nice. It's the HG Jinx.
GNX. It's the GNX. Second one. Yeah, well, Jinx, they pronounce it Jinx. I always call it the GNX. I don't know why, I just do. This is, in my opinion, honestly, the best looking kit from 00. From the 00 series. And anybody can fight me on that. Come at me, bro. But I think these are so beautiful. I love this unit. It's the only master grade I've actually bought from 00. Is this unit. Love it. Yeah. Love its design so much.
It's such a shame. All the other MG Jinx variations, they're all just P Banda. It's like, oh, come on.
Yep. very irritating. And Rico are doing some amazing stuff on this motorbike engine. It's looking so good, dude. But guys, you're going to see a lot more of this coming up later. So I don't want to focus on that too long. But if you're on the Discord, go and check it out. Veles has got... He's going to role play with these heavy arms. Jeff's showing off his pose skills. Donny Boy is fascinated by the posability on the Strike Freedom real grade. Is that the real grade? Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah, it's a real grade Freedom.
Yeah, Strike Freedom. Yeah, it's awesome. This is Dean getting into some painting, which we all know is super daunting.
Painting.
Nice color choice. Yeah. So he's painting up his strike. His early grade first. Jeff, help me out here. I keep wanting to call it early grade, but it's first grade. What's the new one called? Entry grade.
Just an EG. Entry grade.
Yeah, but there's been so many EGs, like Bandai.
Too many grades.
Bandai. This is cool. Like armoring up some, like giving the new some fantasy armor. Looks really good. Reminds me a bit of like a Sengoku style new.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also amazing.
With those shoulder armors. Yeah.
Once again, Pixel Logo strikes again with some great kit bashing on his 30-minute missions, or some great 30-minute missions bashing.
It's just stock from the model kit itself. So I'm really keen to see like how you paint your kit bashes as well.
Jeff, I want this part. You see this part here on the shoulder? This piece here. I want that part. What kit is that from?
Yeah, really
30-minute mission. It is really cool. I want it for my car.
I think it's from one of the optional parts for the Seal Novas.
I must have a look. I look at those things and I see a lot of potential, but sometimes when you see them dressed up somewhere else, it gives you more. This is crazy. Sorry, this reminds me of the Fenice Rinascita, or Rinascita, I think it is. It's maybe more correct pronunciation. Whatever, the internet will crucify me.
While you're going over the screen share, I'm just looking like into the chat here. Rata says, yes, please, Paul would love to learn paint.
Yes, please, Paul would love to learn paint stuffs. Okay, Rat says, I'll do it. You asked me so nicely. And you called me Worm.
Josh Link says, have you seen Gundam Virtual from Dabo? Yeah, of course. That's the chunky boy.
Yeah, no, I have. Yeah. I thought they were asking if we had seen it. I'm like, yeah, no, we have seen it, but I still like the GNX best. Here's more of Ant's motorbike. This is very well pulled off. Like, you see here on the green, like how the paint is set here, and how if you look at this bike in real life, I mean not just this bike, but if you look at any bike with a colored scheme, this looks very, very. I hate to use the word realistic, because I don't know. Some people strive for realism in model building. I like believability. I feel this is more believable. But every now and then, a little bit of realism helps the picture of believability. And this piece so sells me on this bike. Like if I picked this model kit box off the shelf and they like showed this as on the side of the box, and I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I want to buy it. You know. So it's very nice. Oh boy. Here's Enrico's like 40-year-old model kit. Oh, madness. It's a cool design though. 2001, what a film.
Oh yeah, and then like later, like just a few days ago, he was doing the decals for it, and the 40-year-old decals.
Yeah, that. And then here's Lindsay with this cool creature again. Well, I say again, but actually, it's the first time we're seeing it here. It's a cool kit, this. Oh man, this looks like a lot of fun to paint. I say that a lot, but like you guys are showing me cool stuff to paint. Trust me, if I see something that doesn't look fun to paint, I'll say so, or I'll say nothing. I like to be mysterious like that. Hey, Natas. Tri-H Magnum. Yeah. I like that people. I think it's cool that people like this. I don't like any of the
It's so
Magnum
cool.
kits.
It's got the beam effect cape. I don't think any
Yeah, I was
other
gonna say.
Gundam kit has that.
Yeah, for me, dude, age stuff and stuff based on ages builds doesn't blow me away. Like, I don't love the designs. I know that there's a huge fan base out there. I feel like the beauty in this line is the individual parts. I feel like they have such great parts for scratch building for other kits. Like in Gundam Breaker, I use there's parts from the, I think it's called Gundam Dark or something, like Dark Gundam or something from Gundam Age. It's got like hooks. Anyway, I used it with crossed it with a crossbone in the Gundam Breaker game, and it looks really awesome. Jetto, we miss you, Jetto. Hope you're good, man. Look at this spray booth that he built, or that he designed. Very cool.
Yeah, it's
Amazing. I love this.
nuts, eh? Cool.
It is super nuts. Speaking of spray booths, I brought my DIY one.
It's almost like it's so nice and looking like classy. It's almost like I don't want to do spray jobs into it because you're gonna spray oversprays into the back of it and it's just gonna.
And it's gonna get manky.
I'll be so
and
precious about it.
yeah. And then after about like an hour, I'll get over it.
Who's this?
This is Kenny.
This is Kenny's.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
30-minute mission, or their 30-minute mission kit.
Nice.
Such a cool color scheme, actually, but very nice samurai kind of looking vibe. Reminds me a bit of Yoshimitsu from Tekken. Shogun Sama showing Shogun Sama his offing. Wait, that was meant to sound cooler. Sorry, Shogun Sama, but showing off your strike freedom. Oh, see, on this you started panel lining there.
Yeah,
Nice.
did you say Shogun Sama showing off his freedom?
Yeah, showing off his freedom, strike freedom. Anyway, Josh Links. Jeff, I have a feeling we had a lot of these kits in stock.
No, it's just-
I'm seeing a lot of.
It's just the freedom, man.
No, I know. I said, is it just the freedom?
Yeah.
Isn't it strike freedom? God, they all look all strike and yeah.
It's the freedom.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're 100% right. 100% right. I just get, because I'm so used to freedom. You know, when they did the 1 to 1
you get
to
a
100
because you said you didn't like seed, so yeah, you get a plus.
Yeah, I don't love seed. But I had that 1 to 100 freedom before they did a master grade of it. And in my mind, that the freedom is always the one with the less detail, and the strike freedom is always the one with the most detail. Here's more of Lindsay's cool creature.
Yeah,
that's coming to life. I'm sure she'll let us know what it's.
So intimidating.
Yeah, it's really nicely done. It's good color choice as well for that.
There's that one like tiny
It's like
pop of a pupil.
like deep. Just have to like deep in there.
It's like you have to have so much like hand control to like.
Oh, this is
Stabilize your
Dust
hand.
Dots Exoria's perfect grade something. Perfect grade. I want to say strike, but it's not. It's the damn. Yeah. Wait, man. No. Those are. That's a double O. Or Exia. It's one of the two. It's that design language. Can't think of it right now. It's okay. I'm gonna move on. I don't want to waste people's time while they watch me think about what that is.
It's been quiet for me for quite a few seconds now.
Mr. Remy.
Before you're still talking, I can't hear you.
Dude, I don't stop talking. It's a problem.
My crappy internet.
The
You are kind of
Arsene Gundam, fucking cool.
Okay, finally the feeds came back for me, but I think like there's quite a few images that we went past. So sorry guys if I'm not commenting on every single one.
Yeah, we time warped a little bit.
Blame my
there.
internet connection.
Oh, cool. Here we go. Hot Leopold with a custom paint job on the heavy arms. Very nice, dude. Yay. Nice to see some painting and customizing going on. I love straight builds, but a painted build is always interesting. It's always great to see people's color choices and stuff. Very nice. Very nice. Very clean paint job.
People get to be creative, you know, there's creative freedoms to it, you know. Especially with like a unique color scheme.
I like this like dark sun.
Like even with this, like it's mostly just the color pop, like from the red to, I mean not the red, the white to the black, but yeah, it's still subtly different. Yeah, I think there's different shades of red as well.
Yeah, I think it could be, although sometimes it's not easy to see that in a photo unless it's been lit up in a way for you to see that properly. But yeah, I can sort of see, like, I don't know if this is my imagination, the lighting, or my color settings on my monitor, but I can sort of see these are like a more sort of red that goes into the yellow, and then I can see the main red that he uses is red that goes into blue, into the pink side of things. Very nice. Veles with his Bulbasaur color scheme. Actually, this is the thing.
I've never seen it's very unique. I've never seen a wing Gundam in like a green. Yeah,
that cool, and also, yeah, and I was just gonna comment now. Like, thank you, Veles, because like for guys like Jeff and myself who've been doing this for a long time, we have certain I would say prejudice is actually quite the right word. We have a few color design prejudices when it comes to building Gundam kits, you know, like it's, you know, and Jeff and I have different ones, but we do come from a certain place. Like Jeff just said, he's never seen a green wing before, and that's because so many people immediately associate green with Zaku, and then they don't associate a green with the wing and that kind of vibe. So it's actually super refreshing for guys like myself to see color schemes like this appearing in the Discord channel, because it gets us to really think about it, you know,
especially from people that's new to the hobby.
Yeah, it stops us from like staying in our comfort zone of, you know, I mean, yes, I mean, we could very simply also sit and like color, you know, take the line art and color it up and whatever, but I know that Jeff probably won't do it, and I know that I won't do it. We won't sit there and go, you know what this thing needs is to be green, you know, like I just don't even look at that spectrum of colors when I'm designing colors for a wing, you know what I mean? So
especially for me, like if I were to paint like a wing Gundam, like I would just always think about like realism, like in war scenarios, like, oh, if you like this fighter jet kind of Gundam, and you want to paint it like, you know, like the first, you know, like jets, they have the underside have a different color because like generally it's people looking at, when people look up,
so it's blue.
They will see like light blue, and like the top side of a jet, it will be like a darker color because it's like from a jet above the other jet looking down, then to be more camouflaged to the ground or whatever terrains.
For the fact that it's
for
like
me, like if I would paint it out, so for me, if I were to paint a kid like that, I always try and like think about realism, but you know, it's really refreshing to see somebody else who just like, you know, you don't even need to come up with your own unique color scheme. Like if you want, you can look at different sources. So for example, you're pulling Bulbasaur as your source, that's like a great inspiration.
No, very much so. And Lindsay's also just reminding us about Fenice as well. I mean, I mentioned it earlier when we were chatting. Oh yeah. But the Fenice is green, but he's green with that Radome dark tan color as well. I've actually got one of those kits, the small ones. I regret not buying the master grade for the Fenice. But yeah, that's actually also a really good use of
actually thinking about it, the Fenice wing Gundam, isn't it the color scheme of the Italian flag? Because isn't the pilot Italian or something?
Yes, yeah.
Like now I think about it, like the feet is red, the main body is like kind of an off-white, and then it's got the green accent, so it's got the Italian flag color scheme.
Jacques,
who's
this is Jacques.
Oh, is it? Okay, Jacques. Yeah,
it's a good job.
Awesome master grade Freedom version 2.0.
Great sticker placement, guys. You know, it's something I've seen that's been like consistently good in this, and I don't know, like, pat yourselves on the back if you feel this is applicable to you, but it's been really great to see consistently good panel lining and consistently good sticker placements on the kits. that we've like. That is, and I'm scared of. Once again, being very gatekeepery here. Gatekeepery. I like that more. I feel like panel lining is not a super difficult thing to do with, it's not like a super hard thing to do. If you're doing panel lining with like a brush and, you're using, mineral spirits or whatever it is, and you're doing it over paint, that's a whole different ball game. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. But if you're doing like Gundam markers on a Gundam piece, I feel like that's the first step. Like that's your first step to like taking your kit from just being your kit to it being something that's special and yours. And it's great to see like the panel lining is very in there, because I have seen guys, and also no judgment because we all start somewhere, but I have seen guys that have had very fat panel lines, for example, and haven't bothered to clean it up or didn't know how to clean it up. Which is
that was me when I was a kid, when I first started using those Gundam markers. I didn't know you have to clean up the lines, so like
of course
my lines were just like thick. Like,
and the thing is like I've
but it's only after like a few years, okay, you have to clean it up.
No, and I mean I've seen guys who have been building model kits for like 30 years. They build the most amazing tanks or planes or whatever's, and they build a Gundam kit, and they, for example, approach the panel lining in the wrong way, and I'm like, and I say the wrong way because it doesn't look good. Like, so it's nice to see that that's consistently good. And stickers, guys, stickers are hard. I prefer water decals because they're easier. So this is, it's fun to just double check. I think this is Lindsay dyeing up some, I want to say sea sponge, but I want to look properly what that is. I think she mentioned it here.
She was making some corals or something.
Yeah, dry seaweed. Yeah. I think it looks pretty good. But let us know in the chat, Lindsay. In the chat, Lindsay. Let us know why you would never do the dry seaweed thing again. Was it just really irritating and brittle, or was it just not fun? Inquiring minds want to know.
She mentioned it was really messy or something. It just got everywhere or something.
I forgot about this. I love that it looks like he's like
so weird.
Like floated. It's so weird. Like my brain's pushing the waist forward, so it looks like floating unicorn underpants. But yeah, it's wow. It's some mind fudgery.
I don't know why. For me, just like. The unicorn looks like he had too many McDonald's or something. Like his waistline got a bit bigger.
Ninja Stein's rocking some minis. Very nice. Supreme Dewey, we miss seeing you on the channel, dude. Just just dropping in some of his cool weathering on his tanks. His great tank builds with his good photography. Look at that.
Yeah, it's solid work.
Yeah,
from a photography perspective, and then from the
paint perspective. Yeah, man.
Tiny nuances on those tiny weatherings. It's like it's not like hectic weathering of like so like damage and stuff. It's just the tiny nuances just adds to it. Yeah, sometimes actually a lot of times subtlety is what it needs. You don't need to go too crazy with weathering. It's about constraints. And also,
restraint. Restraint or constraining yourself. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Actually, I like constraint. A trap that a lot of people fall into when it comes to doing weathering, and I know because I've fallen into this trap myself, and many builders do until we get better. You want to make it realistic, so you overthink everything that can happen to it. And realistically, you could weather up, say, a Gundam, and you could scratch it up to hell and gone like this tank. And this tank is also holding back. If you guys see real tanks and things like that, you'll see that it's actually harder, it's harsher on a real tank, So the thing is, do you want to have a model kit of something that's so completely trashed and has no design? Or do you want to have something that looks good and has a little bit of design and can tell a story? And I feel and the modern community as a whole feels that telling a story is actually the better way to go forward. So, and also I just love that when I look at this, it feels like it's heavy to pick up, which is cool. So anyway, I love this. This was great to see.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Lindsay says it's for that coral. Yeah, it's a mess and so brittle.
So brittle.
Imagine.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, sorry. What's this username? I can't pronounce it properly.
This is Houtlepel. Woodspoon.
Yeah, it's great. Like he's been painting his kits very like quick, eh? Like all he's built, he's painted so far, and I think he's using G Paint to mix all his colors. So yeah, it's great to see.
Oh, that is great. I just love this color scheme for the Freedom is awesome. It's a very cool color scheme. I really like this. It's kind of like I often, oftentimes when Bandai releases kits, their colors is all too bright because they're trying to catch the eyes of kids. But I personally prefer like when there's a good balance of like muted colors and you get like brighter colors used intentionally. So you don't get like three colors all like very saturated trying to catch your eyes. Here it's just the orange that's the most saturated and just like it's a bit more comfortable. It's for the eyes to see and just flows better, you know? No, agreed. I like this because to my eye it feels like the player 2 version of a Freedom. So this was a fighting game and you both picked Freedom. This is like the player 2 version and I dig it. I think it's very cool for that. But
actually, with me hating on the very bright colors, I actually feel like Freedom is probably the most appropriate where you can have the bright, the white, the bright blue, red, and because it's got the American flag colors and it's like Freedom,
By extension, I feel like a lot of the kits from Seed do lend themselves well to those kind of color schemes. Like if you look at the Calamity here, I love this color scheme. This is my problem. Like if I buy a Calamity for myself to paint up, I'm going to paint it in stock because I like those colors. And also because the Seed stuff, the Seed stuff does lend itself well to these colors. Like, but then if you see the Calamity like from earlier, that Ale-Strike Calamity, wow. When you see it in like gray and black. But as a rule, like for me, I have a personal rule when it comes to coloring, like doing my own color schemes, and I stick to this as much as I can, is I don't want to do gray on gray on gray on gray, okay? And I don't want to use red and black. So those are like the color combinations I stay away from. There's nothing wrong with that, folks. You guys can go with it, go for it. It's just, I just feel like for me, it's too easy for me to lean into like black and red, or it's too easy for me to lean into like gray tones. So now I'm going in the opposite direction of trying to find a way to use bright colors in a smart way. And so seeing stuff like the Calamity is very inspirational to me.
Yeah, it's a different like as a painter, you always get different phases in your journey, I suppose. Like in you want to step out of your comfort zone, try something refreshing. Yeah,
totally. Guys, these are the Model Exceed heads. From Bandai. These are Gashapon. I don't like to bring in too much store stuff, but Jeff and I would love to get these into the store. It's just, we're just a few months behind. So as soon as the next rollout happens, we will jump in on it. But yeah, as you can see, lots of fun to be had.
We do have one of these sets coming in of the Zaku heads, but it's based off the what's it? The Kukuru Zon.
Kukuru Don.
The ones on.
But yeah, you can see this is like one of the ones that I've got, and it's got like they're quite big. So yeah, and these are a lot of fun. I've painted up an RX.
Wow, you can see it in the photo that this time.
Yeah, they're tons of fun to paint up. So yeah. So anyway, here's Exoria's Exia. It's an Exia.
Since you showed yours, here's mine.
Radsass has got a Supra.
I'll just keep it here for a while. Yeah, it's
that he's busy on.
No, it's the 007 swords.
Oh yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. Because yeah, dude, there's a point where the 00, the Exia, the Quant, the Seven Swords, Exia Repair. Like, if they mugged me, I'm not entirely sure which one took my wallet. It's one of those situations. I don't know what it is. It's just specifically that, like, Setsuna's suits. I don't know why. Like, why can't the Kyrios come at me, you know? Because at least I can recognize that. Or the Dynamis, or whatever. Here's a super build in progress. Ratsas, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of your first kits. Very cool. It's the Tamiya builds or the car builds are very rewarding, and I will say specifically the Tamiya builds, because Tamiya's kits are, when I say easy to put together, it's because they're so well made. You know, it's your skill, not a bad product that makes it slow. And here's Shiba-sen with their heavy arms. Those heavy arms, I don't know why I didn't see it in the other pictures, but also very nice thin waist, eh? Very, I feel like I may have commented on it before, but it's cool. It's very lithe for a heavy suit, for a suit named Heavy Arms. And here's ST Sierra Tango. So nice. Shogun Summer! I am finished. It's a nice shot, eh? Like, it's a cool photograph. Such a Gundam ad photograph.
So you're just gonna have to go on without me. Okay,
just say yes, Jeff.
I think this is the Shogun.
Yeah, this is a Shogun Summer shot.
Shogun's one.
Yeah. So this is such a nice shot. I really like this. It's like, doesn't it like feel like a Gundam print ad for you? Like, Gundam, you know, in stores now. Buy this one. Gundam is freedom or something, you know. Tenro. Ooh, jealous of you, Tenro. Mark 5.
What has he got there? What is it?
Got a Mark 5.
Mark 5. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a kit, I think, in SD looks amazing.
I wonder how much you had to pay to get that one, because that's a P Bandai kit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No.
I hope
Mark
whoever
5
sold it to you.
Is Mark 5 P Bandai, Jeff? Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a P Bandai.
Okay, I need to double check.
Yeah, usually P Bandai's got that mono. P Bandai normally has that monochrome box art, but yeah, this one, it is one of the.
Yeah, oh, that's right. This is one of those where. Yeah, this is sort of a pre-COVID kind of release during COVID. I don't know, I can't remember, but there was like a whole stupid thing with.
It's
people. A lot of people speculate.
It's like the F9. Yeah, F90 as well.
A lot of people speculated that it was meant to be a regular release. Okay, and Little Beef 14 has got my attention. I'm working on making a custom RE Vignagina. I'm going for the Knight look. I made a scratch build Black Knight style shield. Very cool. The reason I jumped on that is because I've got the Vignagina, the RE one. It's actually, I think I brought it. It might be in my pile here, or it might be in the cupboard. But I don't often see anybody mentioning that kit, and it's a cool design. It's one of the
well, I see that he's dropped an Instagram link if you want to check it out. Little Beef, I don't think you're part of our Discord, hey?
No, we must get you on there.
Don't recognize your name.
Although you might have a different label.
But yeah, I suppose if you do want to see. Yeah, I suppose if you do want to see, you can check out his Instagram link that he dropped in the chat there if you want to check it out.
Ah, Nipsworth. Here we go. Nipsworth. Phew, finally have time to share some builds. Haven't done any painting or anything. These are out of the box, but man, what a fun time. Yeah. What are these guys called again, Jeff? From
well, nothing wrong with that. You know, that's the cool thing about Bandai's model kits is that, you know, you can put in like almost no effort, and then they
get a good result.
Pretty decent out the box.
Also, you get props for having a Blade Runner poster in the background and for it being framed. So that's awesome. You get major props from me.
Back, yeah.
Big time. Nipsworth. So just so you know, and then also Forbidden Sprinkles. That's cool. That's very 40k. You know, to like, in my eyes at least. Just something
It's almost
very
like
40K
her
about it.
signature way of taking photography. It's like having the forbidding sprinkles between the legs of the model kit that she built.
Yeah, well, Nipswitz skits are very cool. Yeah, they've done something very cool there. There's lots of talkies, still more talkies, some giffies, some serious other giffies. We need to be very careful, just not somebody puts a naughty gif here and then we like show it off live. This is cute. This is Veles, and everybody's attacking his box. Well, they're like, let us in. There's new friends here. And then Sharks, Master Grade, Barbatos, and stuff coming together. It's like, whoa, put the gun down, son.
Were they happy about the box, or were they like cautious about the box?
I just imagine it's like if you've ever seen Gremlins and you've watched Gremlins 2, and they sort of, you know, Gizmo's offshoots, the bad guys, and one's like Gizmo. Like, I just feel like it's that kind of like trying to get in. Discord doesn't work on Little Beef's phone. Random. Hello. This is such a great photograph. This is so cool. I love this piece. I think we did it as a social, didn't we? Yeah, we did it as a social post. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. It's so Japanese. Such a great Japanese.
The one with the Barbatos looking like a giant. I think he did a bit of a photo trick, where he had the Barbatos like much closer to the camera, and the the Freedom Gundam much further away, just to make it look smaller.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a trick.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate magic.
Yeah, it's a depth of field trick.
Yeah, it is a depth of field trick. Yeah. And then Dean says they got a wee Crimson surprise in the mail yesterday.
And then Villas with his... Oh yeah, Dean.
This is cool. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. I love. That's what he had in mind when he took this photo, when he posed the Porta Nova. But yeah, this
so good.
That came to my mind, so I just quickly edited this photo. Yeah,
it's a cool shot though. Ah, there we go. Exoria. Exoria.
Sure.
That's
sure,
yeah,
man. It's like, damn, that's quite a weapon setup, eh? It's like this freaking huge ass swords. Like, how many swords do you want, man? And he's got those blades at his knees as well.
Yeah, it's just like all of them. What is this? Oh, this is Loudlung's paint tests, I think. Yeah, looking good. It's got some
cool.
Oh, these little bottles.
Is it the Infinite Justice or the Justice?
Yes.
Oh, those are so tiny.
Yes. Here's Velus's Death Scythe. I'm glad you grabbed Death Scythe. Yeah. Good kids.
Yeah, because like Wing and Death Scythe is like the most two popular. They're like the main two Gundams, I think.
What's that for? Wing and Death Scythe.
I think they're the ones that get the most screen time, maybe.
And Wufei. Yeah. But to be fair, yeah, like the fans love. Yeah, actually, it's a weird one. Because I know when it first came out, the most difficult kits to get were Death Scythe and the Wing, because of Death Scythe being an edgelord and Wing having angel wings. It's just like a thing.
Yeah.
We just were drawn to it. And then I know I'm glancing over a few things here, but it's just Velas showing off his guys fighting and whatever's.
It's like the opposites, you know?
Yeah, they are. It's like a... But ironically, they're not opposite. They don't oppose each other. It's Wing and Ultron. Or Wing and Shenlong. That are opposing Yeah, it's Wufei and Hiro.
Ooh, Loudlung's playing with different poses for his kits.
Yep. Oh, and we got an inner frame gallery, but I don't know if that's Tenro. It's like,
Yeah, this is
sneak peek from Only Frames.
High resolution model kits, yeah, from Tenro, yeah.
Oh, that's you cheeky.
Flexing there, hey?
That's great.
Flexing. Well, literally, his red frame is flexing there.
And this is Answer Orion, looking good. It's actually got a very cool mold.
That looks like a dolphin.
Yeah, it does have a bit of a dolphin-esque quality. And then we got this brat named Kelga with these
it's got a very organic curve.
Neji Steins with the Son of Edgelord Gundam over here. And Jeff, I think let's stop it at, what's a good marker? Let's stop it at the Orion with the first pieces of red on, because we are getting to that time in the on the show where we need to say good night. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, Little Beef wants to remind us, and Epion. Yes, Epion was super crazy popular when it came out. I remember there's two
very edge.
yeah, it's super edgelord. It's Tolgis's, or not Tolgis, Zexmerkey's unit. I've got the master grade of that. I still have never built it because I know it's quite fragile, and it's one of those that when you build it, you don't really want to take it apart to paint it, so you kind of have to figure it out like little bits as you do it. It's one of those, I'm going to build this when I feel like I'm a better model builder. Guys, don't do that, just build it. Bandai kits, you never have to worry about that. Yeah, if you want to worry about that stuff, you can look at like Hasegawa and Kotobukiya, because sometimes those kits present a lot of challenges that maybe right now as a model builder you won't know. But here's the thing, and I've found this in my experience as well with a lot of people, is a lot of people will build a kit, they've never built a master grade before, they've never built a Gundam kit before, and they'll buy a master grade and they'll kick its butt. Why? Because master grades are like straightforward, easy to build, blah blah blah, then you'll get the same kind of person
people get intimidated by the name master grade.
Yeah. And then by the same token, you'll get people that come into a shop, or back in my, like when I was behind the counter still, people would come in and like pick up a Valkyrie kit, for example. And those are, in my opinion, more difficult to build than a Gundam kit because they require painting.
First of all, you also need cement and gluing.
Yeah, you need glue. You need to glue it. There's seams that have to be fixed. There's some tricky bits here and there. And that person who this is like their first or second model kit, never mind like mecha kit, model kit, they nailed it. That's just the thing. It's just like, it's your approach. It's like, are you ready here? If you're ready here, then yeah, you're ready. And sometimes getting ready here it's as simple, not easy, it's as simple as convincing yourself you are. But anyway, yeah, sometimes you get right.
Yeah. So like when it comes to all these different grades and recommending what grades to start for different people, like I only say, start with HGs, then move on to MGs and all that. The only reason I'm saying that, it's not because of difficulty. It's more so about like how much you want to invest or spend into the hobby as a starter. You never want to just splash. Well, it's up to each individual.
Yeah, you have to weigh up the risks as well. Sometimes
spend a little bit, try the hobby and see if it's your thing, or not.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, once upon a time, Jeff, I don't know if you were ever intrigued by this stuff, but RC cars, the Tamiya remote control cars. When I was younger, I was always like, wow, I really want to get one. And I was always told, start off with the cheaper stuff that's like $600, because, those are complex. And if you spend like 2,000 Rand on a hardcore RC car, you may run into some silly issues. You may make some silly mistakes or whatever.
Mechanics and,
Yeah. So I find scale model building is not the same, but I wouldn't like, for example, give somebody like a ship or a very big World War II plane to paint as their like first model kit, because that's a lot of work, and a lot of that work is actually in the painting and fixing of stuff. Anyway, but it isn't.
It's a lot of commitment, and it's a lot of like new. Yeah, it's a lot of different like set of skills that you have to apply to this model kit. And if it's your first step into model kit building, it's not so friendly, you know. Whereas Bandai's kits is like, if it's your first, you just have to follow the manual basically and just build it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It really is just Bandai stuff is very accessible. Obviously, the older it is, the less accessible it is to new builders. But if you've been building for a while, old Bandai, new Bandai, ain't no thing. One of them's got seam lines, the other doesn't have as many. Or none. But yeah, guys.
And then, you know, we also get builders, you know, once they get, you get builders who get comfortable and they say, oh, you know, I want to try some of the older kits. And it's almost like a time machine. You know, you get to experience like how it was back in the day, you know, in the box.
Yeah, exactly. Like an old Zaku or something. Like I've got one of those, and they're great. A friend of mine gave me one, guy called Henry, and that was a great kit because I was like, ooh, I'm learning all kinds of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I think let's call it an evening. We have spoken a lot. I have spoken a lot. Jeff, hopefully your internet's fixed next time, then I don't have to speak as much. I don't like speaking, but I do actually like hearing your voice and your opinions as well. And guys, thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Thank you so much for supporting.
I don't know how much of a lag that we have between us.
No, it's not too.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank
you. Guys, thank you so much for supporting Gunpla SA. Thank you for checking out the show, like I've mentioned. And we look forward to seeing all of your cool builds on the Discord so that we can put them up here. And as always, remember to keep building. Tomo 2.
Keep building joy. I hope he even like on time, but yeah, keep building joy, and then he's gonna punch the lens.
Bonk. Yes, my hands are cold and I draw. I have to keep.
Bro first.
Horns. Cheers, guys.